So first of them is data types. Now typically when we write our programs, we need some variables, we need some data types. If we talk about our test code also, we are talking about a login scenario. We need to take username and a password. Now username and password, typically their type will be string. In real world, if we talk about, okay, string is one type. And reason we need these variables is, or data types is, because in real world there are some entities that we differentiate. Let's say age of a person. Can we say this is a string?
No.
No, this is not a string. What is the data type of age?
Integer.
Integer or number. Like if we are not Java
Integer.
specific, we are saying it's a number, but in Java, the type for that is int. I mean, that's how in Java it is defined. Then let's say price of an item in grocery store. It will be some dollar, some cents, some rupees, some paisa. What should be the data type? Can we say that is integer?
Decimal.
Yeah, it will be some decimal value, right? So Java has taken, like, integers cannot have any decimal value. 1.5 is not an integer. Only 1 is integer, 2 is integer. So these are whole numbers. And in Java, luckily, the type name is also double. If we have any double value, decimal value. Oh, sorry, this is double, not decimal. Yeah. And let's say name of a person. What will be the data type for that?
String.
Yeah, it will be a string. So in Java, string is not a inbuilt or primitive data type. In Java, string is actually a class, and all the class names in Java, it's just a convention. They start with a capital letter. That's why wherever you will see string mentioned, it will be mentioned with a capital S. I'll briefly talk about what is the difference between a class and a data type. There are two separate things we are talking about. So I'll explain that to you. But string, just remember, string is not same as int or double. String has something different in it. Okay, so we talked about 2-3 examples. Let's say one more example. Marital status of a person. He is married, so we represent by M. He is unmarried, we represent by U. Only M or U. What is the data type of this M and U? Character, right? We are not saying it will be multiple characters. So there is a char data type in Java for that. And typically char variables are written in single quotes. Like string is always written in double quote, char is written in single quote. So MF, these are characters. One last is like, is gender male? So this is a question kind of thing. Ideally we can represent gender also as male or female. Okay, that's what I wrote here, male, married or unmarried. But for gender there is one more data type, Boolean, or you could have used this for marital status also in case we want to just store the true or false value. So this is one more data type. So these 4 data types we will be using quite frequently, and out of them I think int and Boolean are what you will see in more of our test programs rather than char or double. So this is clear that if we need any data type, then these are the 4 data types that we will go to. And one example that we did just now on MentorPick, that was related to, we have used 3 data types here: string, int and Boolean. And these are what I'm saying, int and Boolean is something that we'll be using quite often. String is a class, and next we'll talk about difference between class and data type. Okay, so we have talked about data types. When we write the values directly, M is a value, U is a value, these are called constants. In int I will say 32 is an integer constant. In double I will say 29.9 is a double constant. In Boolean, true and false are constants, true or false, and we write them without any double quotes. If we write in double quotes, they become strings. So these are the constants. Now typically what happens in our program, we use variables to hold these values. So the way we declare a variable, so declaration happens, we write int a is equal to 5. This line means a is a variable of type int and has a value 5. So a contains a value 5. So you can say variable is just like a placeholder or a bucket in which you can put any value. Next I can go and change a is equal to 10. Now our a has value 10. Previously we had put 5. Now we have put 10. So previous value will be overwritten by 10. You can assume like it's just a glass. First you put water in it. Now you want to put milk in it. So you have to spill the water off and then you will put milk in it. So this is like a container where only one value can stay at a time. So if 5 was there, now when you put 10, 5 is automatically, A is automatically emptied, 5 goes away and 10 takes its place. So when we talk about these variables, int, char, boolean, then we declare like this. At the time of declaration, it's optional we assign a value or not. So I can declare with int a semicolon. So this is the declaration. This is declaration and initialization. Initialize. And this is just assignment. We are assigning a value. Here we are not declaring. Declaration has been done and now we are just using it.